particularly in summer semester. Because in the summer semester we are pure and pure for online based. So in the online base, we need some more activity in the Moodle in terms of to monitor our students and to control our students. So this is a very most important in the Moodle environment in summer semester. So let us start our first session. First session, webinar on activity completion monitoring in Moodle LMS. I will share now. I will open the one PPT. So later I will drop the same PPT in our documentation area in our Moodle. So we will start our first session. I will open that our PPT, the first session PPT. So this is our first session. Now in this first session, activity completion monitoring in Moodle LMS. So today I am going to talk about the two important methods for control our students. There are two methods are available to control our students through the Moodle. Method one is to enable an activity that must be completed by the participants. This is method one. And method two, to enable an activity that must be completed before the participant can start the next activity. So why we need this control of the participants and why we need the monitor, and particularly in the summer semester we are going to give the mark for the students for the 10 mark class participation and attendance, for attendance for foundation and class participation for the academic department. How many activities students completed, based on the completion of activity only we are going to give the mark to them. So that's the main purpose of this activity. So that's why we started today. So before start our semester, we must understand how to control our student and how to monitor our student. So we will see one by one. So method one, to enable an activity that must be completed by the participants. So as you know very well, so how to do this one? Just first of all, you need to enter into your account, username and password in your Moodle. Once entered, and immediately it will go to the next screen, and it will show the dashboard. The dashboard will show in progress course, future course, and past course. Now the controlling we are going to do the in progress courses. So you choose your particular course. You are going to make the activity. Choose a particular course. For an example, now I created. I'm going to use one demo teacher course. So this is I am using. But in your course, you can choose which course do you want. Make an activity. So once you entered into the course, now immediately this screen will be appeared. This is a normal every time we already when the semester 2 we did it. So just turn on your activity. This turn on this activity. Once turn on activity, for an example, I have created the 3 activities for week 1. So week 1, Python, installing Python part 1, and the second installing Python part 1 quiz, installing Python part 2. The student, now I want my student to know about the how much they learned in the installing Python part 1. So there's a small concept. In the small concept, just I have created the small quiz for them. This is a quiz or any case study or any other activity, whatever you want, you can make yourself. So now just I chosen the one example quiz activity. So just for 2-3 questions or 5 questions, this is a small activity based on the part. Before move to the part 2, I want to know about the how much the student learned in the part 1. So right. So in this part, what we need to do, how to make it the control. Now just choose the edit. In that edit, you will find the option edit setting, the particular installing part 1, use 1. This activity only you are going to make the control the student. This activity, all the students it, then only we are going to make it see the performance of the student. I think one participant switch on the mic. Can you switch off the mic, please? And now here, just click the edit settings. Then just click the edit settings. Immediately, you will get this screen. So now once you edit settings, just scroll down. You will find a one thing, activity completion. Okay, just after edit setting, just scroll down. You will see that activity completion. Just click the activity completion, then immediately you will get these options. There are three options it will show. One is do not indicate activity completion. Student can manually mark the activity as complete. Show activity as complete when the conditions are met. So by default, this is the by default. Do not indicate activity completion. This is the default. So we need to change it as a by default. What is by default? It will change. So we need to make the restriction. Every student should enter into an activity. So that we need to choose this option. Show activity as complete when conditions are met. Choose this option and just go back to the, just scroll down. Once you scroll down, then immediately, even once you chosen this one, immediately then there are two options it will show. What is the first option? Require view and require grade. Require view, you must select this option. So student must view this activity to complete it, and the student must view this activity. Without view this activity, student will not go to the next thing. Otherwise, this means that the student viewed this one. Okay, so you need to choose this one. And the second one, require grade. Suppose you are going to conduct a small quiz for the particular concept. You want to show their pass mark or fail mark or whatever may be, you can choose this option. This is the optional, but any one option you must choose this, either this option or this option. Any one option you must choose, otherwise system will not permit to save our course. Okay, so now I chosen this one. Student must view the activity to complete it, right? Once this, just save and return to the course. Just press the save and return to the course. Immediately, now when you see here, and how it will show like this. See, before it was the complete rectangle, now it is showing the dotted rectangle. The dotted rectangle is means that we made the condition for the student, that the condition is activated. So condition activated in the sense student must enter, must take this activity, either quiz or the any case studies, whatever your file upload, whatever you are making, this will show is a small dotted lines. Small dotted lines means that, and you are made some condition, the student must going to take this one. Okay, this is for the now boundary of this rectangle box is changed to dotted, showing that the activity completion condition is activated. Now, how we need to check either student is really took the activity or not, or the student skipped or not? How to identify? Now, this is the very important. We need to generate the report, and based on the report only we are going to give the mark to them. So because we need to give the proper justification to them. How to check the completed activity by the participants? Now, again go back to our course. There you will find the top, you will find the gear symbol. In that gear symbol, just click the more. Okay, just click the more. Once you click the more, immediately you will see the screen, course administration and users. If you see the course has been come down, you will see activity completion. Okay, this option will be there, activity completion. Just click the activity completion. There you will find the complete your student list. So these are all the students. It's a testing students for my demo purpose. All the who are all registered in this course, all the student list will be displayed here. See here, this is the condition. See, this is the chapter, because here we are not given the condition. If this activity only we made it the condition. See the tick mark is coming. Tick marks means that the student is attended this quiz. Okay, this student to not attend. See, this is the way we can monitor our student, and we can control our student for to take the exam. Without this one, so whoever attended, naturally we will give the mark, otherwise we will not give the mark. Okay, this is what this is the method one. And if you want the download for this report, just there is option is there, download in Excel compatible format in CSV file. You can click it, it will open as a Excel file, but extend CSV, you can keep it for your record purposes. This is for the method one. So method one is just we are enabling the condition for the particular activity. So just only just enabling. But in the method two, we are going this little bit more restrictions. What is a little bit more restrictions? And to enable an activity that must be completed before the participant can start the next activity. The student go to the next activity, the student must complete. So, but method one, even though the student not complete the activity, the student's chances are there to go to the next activity. But in this method, without completion of your first activity, the system will not permit go to the next activity, or next whatever content you are making the condition, it will not go, it will not permit. So here the little bit another one more barricade we are putting to the student side. So compulsory need to take, this is a method two. So method two, here we need to do little more work. So we will see again same, you need to go log in your screen and choose your course. And now the week one, and we I take the same example. Week one I have three activities, part one installing, and a small quiz related to the part one and part two. Now what is my aim? The student must take the part one of quiz before entering into the part two. See, so before entering installing Python part 2, the student must complete the part 1 course, then only installing part 2 will be enabled to the student side. Otherwise, it will not show to the student side. I will show how the message will come, and in the later screen I will show. So here same thing. Now the now you need to choose the installing Python 2. The previous method we made it only the quiz. Now here we are going to give the which activity do you want to show to the student. You do not want to show to the student until they complete the first activity. So that you choose the installing Python 2, click in edit an activity, edit settings. Now there is one option is the restrict access. So this is a very most important one, restrict access. Just click the restrict access, and immediately the small option will be displayed to you. What is that? Add restrictions. Okay, just click the add restriction, then it will show the five restrictions. One is called activity completion, another is a date, another is a grade, another is a user profile, another is a restriction set. Just I will give the brief idea about each and every restriction. And activity completion. What is activity completion? Activity completion is means that before complete the some activity, the student should not take the current activity. That is the activity completion. How? I will show now. Now what is the use of date activity? The date activity in the sense, so the prevent access until or from the specific date and time. The students are not allowed to take the activity the specified date. Suppose you are specifying the date. So suppose chapter 2 will start from the 1st of June. In the sense, you can the system will show the chapter 2 from the 1st of June, and you can set the until, suppose up to 10th of June. So 1st June to 10th June only your chapter 2 will be displayed to those. After that it will not show. So this is the date activity, date restriction, not activity, date restriction. What is a grade restriction? The grade restriction useful for our particularly the probation student. Suppose you are giving some extra material to the probation student, any extra assignment, any extra course, or extra quiz, or you are giving something. There you are specifying the grade. You are specifying the grade. If the student is passed up to this level, you can permit the student take this activity, right? This is a grade. Suppose you are giving the student, those who are failed in that first activity, those student only take the second activity. And suppose you are putting the restriction, those who are 70 and above percentage of pass mark, they take this activity. Suppose you are giving the restriction, the students from 50% to 70% take this activity. So based on the grade, a fail grade or pass grade, just a condition we need to give, from and to, from which grade to from which grade, right? So 50% to 70%, 60%, 70%, or less than 60%. Suppose the probation student is there, less than 2.0. So those who are the less than 2.0 CGPA, those students will take this activity. For this cases, this grade will help you. Okay. What is the next one? That user profile. Anyway, next session I am going to explain this user profile. I will come to later. Okay. What is the restriction set? Restriction set in the sense, now you are giving the one by one, one by one, one by one. But restriction set is help us to make the complete complex logic, right? Multiple restrictions we are giving, restriction 1 and restriction 2 and restriction 3. All the conditions student must satisfy, then only take this activity. Okay, this is the restriction set. So this is a restriction set. It is a little bit complex, and you are going to consider, you are going to give the more restrictions to the students. Okay, this is the restriction set. But until now we are not going to use this one, but in future inshallah it will be required for our the forthcoming semesters. Okay, now come to this point. Now activity completion. Activity completion, what I said, so student need to take the second activity before enter into the before enter into the student must complete the first activity before enter into the second activity. This is the activity completion. Now how to do this one? Once you enter into the activity completion, there it will show the options. So what is the options? There it will show the options. So that see this, when you click the student, it will show the two options. It will show the two options. One is called must, another one is now I will explain one by one. Okay, so when you choose this one, so see this activity completion. So here we are putting this one, installing Python part 1 quiz. What is this one? So student enter into the part 2, the student must complete the quiz related to the part 1, then only the system will allow to go to the next level, right? Just choose this one. Which one do you want to make the essay? Choose this one, and once you entered, immediately it will ask, what is this one? Must be marked complete, or must not be marked complete, must be complete with the pass grade, must be complete with the fail grade. Must be marked complete in the sense, and the student must mark this activity to complete this work. Okay, and these are option, and you suppose you are only pass students only take this activity, or only fail students only take this activity. These are better you choose the must mark the complete, because we are going to monitor only for our students. Must mark. So choose this activity. Once entered, choose one, and see here, now the new line is added here. What is the new line? The new line in the sense, the restricted, not available unless the activity installing Python part 1 quiz is marked complete. So system will not show to the students unless they complete this quiz, then only the system will show this chapter or this activity, whatever may be. Okay, so this is the restriction is enabled students. So student must complete this one, then it will show to this, otherwise it will not. So the same line will be displayed to the student side as well. So here also you can check it out, and once the student is completed that activity, here we can check it out. And what is this one? Introductory quiz. And suppose this student is completed, and see the student 2 is also completed. And here, what is this one? This is we made the restriction. This is we didn't give any restriction, but the student is manually checking now. So even though it will be displayed here. Okay, if you want to keep everything restriction, that's better. So you can control all your student in the one hand, and you can control it. So this is the way we can control our students. So one by one, one by one, one by one. I think this is the end of our part 1. Now we will have that our question and answer session related to this one. Then we will take the 5 minutes break. Now we will move to the next session. Okay. Now if anybody want to ask a question, please open your mic and please ask the question. Can you open your mic, please? Anybody, do you have any doubts or anything? Please switch on the mic, please.
Hello.
I'm ready to answer your question.
Yes, hi,
Yes,
Doctor.
any one by one. Switch on, and once the question is finished, switch off. Then another person will get the chance. Okay, please, may know who's on the line?
Yes, this is Saeed. How are you?
Yes, doctor. Yes, how are you, doctor?
Fine. Eid Mubarak to all of you.
Eid Mubarak, doctor.
Okay, Doctor. Now, is this best practice in assignment submission or during exam or quizzes only? Thank you very much.
No, actually, this is the not the assignment submission or the quizzes one. Suppose now, as in the beginning of the session, I said that, and suppose every concept we are going to give the small activity, because in the online base we need to monitor our student either they are participating our courses or not. At last we need to give that participation mark for them 10 mark, and the 10 mark we need to give the in the genuine way. So this was decided in the HOD's meeting, and the dean instructed us, and we need to monitor our students and are they participating in our courses or not. So otherwise what they will do now, then end of the session only they will come for the final exam, they will complete it. So they will not come in the track for our course. So you put the every activity, make it as a restriction, so the student they will take the activity and they will mark it, and automatic we will see the monitor activity completion monitoring. This student is really took the activity or not. We can identify the status of these students. That is the main aim of this. Yes, doctor.
So
I think
for any teaching material, you mean, we send?
Any teaching material, doctor, because chapter 1 you are uploaded and chapter 2 uploaded. You create a small quiz for chapter 1, chapter 2, and you are asked the student, please come, because in the during the class time we are asking the questions for the student. It's a kind of activity. Those activity we are putting into our e-learning. The small thing, any the crosswords or the match the following or the filling the blanks or true or false or the upload the any case studies related to the chapter. This is the what the main aim of this activity completion. So we need monitor our student either really they taking or not. Okay, now that's the thing. So student will get the awareness. So we they also verify that every activity and they will attend our sessions. Otherwise they will not attend our sessions.
Thank you very much.
Any questions, please?
Assalamu alaikum, doctor.
Salam, ma'am. Who who's on the line, ma'am? Faiza, Miss Faiza, yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Only one question. Can you guide us how to restrict the excess of student, like the makeup quiz or some makeup exam?
Next, ma'am. Next session after 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Any more session? Shall we close this thing?
Yes, doctor. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Just I will close this session. Just again you log in your second session, same link. Okay, because I want that attendance, first session attendance, second session attendance. Okay, so again you log in. I will just close this session. Just after now 11:55, inshallah 12 o'clock we will start. After 5 minutes we will start our second session. Is very less time, very short time only, very short session, because makeup exam we are going to conduct, and the makeup exam and the summer semester also we are going to conduct some quizzes for midterm exam or even the final exam. How we are going to make the restriction to take the make exam for the particular students? We should not open for all the students, right? We are going to make the restriction only the particular student going to take the exam. This is what I am going to explain the next session. Inshallah, we will meet again at 12 o'clock after 4 minutes. Okay, any more?
Thank
Shall
you
we
very
close
much.
this one? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.